Have you ever wondered if one night could change your entire life? Imagine waking up to unexpected blessings, job offers, debt relief, or even wealth you never saw coming. It's not a fantasy. Through the power of the Quran, Allah has placed divine secrets in specific surahs that open the doors of rizq and transform your reality. In this video, we reveal 3 powerful surahs that believers across the world have recited, with life-changing results. If you've been waiting for a breakthrough, this may be the moment you've been praying for. The keys are already in your hands. Are you ready? Power of Quranic surahs for rizq, provision. In Islam, rizq, or sustenance, is not merely financial wealth. It includes every form of provision from Allah: health, time, knowledge, relationships, peace of mind, and even opportunities. Many Muslims seek barakah, blessing, in their rizq, but few realize the profound spiritual power hidden within the recitation of the Quran. Certain surahs have been recognized through hadith, traditional experience, and spiritual insight as channels of divine assistance, specifically in the realm of provision. The Quran is not just a book of guidance, it is also a living spiritual force. When recited with intention, it has the power to realign one's energy, dissolve unseen blockages, and open paths that were previously closed. Just as the body needs food to survive, the soul thrives on divine remembrance, and rizq is intricately tied to the condition of the soul. Over the centuries, sincere believers have observed that certain surahs act like keys to unlock closed doors, not because they are magic spells, but because they purify the heart and bring the reciter into a state of alignment with divine mercy. This spiritual alignment attracts not only financial relief, but also ease in life's challenges, unexpected favors, and unseen forms of abundance. Consistent recitation of these surahs, particularly at night when the heart is calm, can transform a person's inner world, which then reflects in the outer world. Rizq increases not just because of words, but because those words awaken the soul and bring the heart closer to the sustainer, Ar-Razzaq. 2. Surah Al-Waqi'ah, Surah of Wealth. Surah Al-Waqi'ah, often referred to as the Surah of Wealth, holds a special place in the hearts of those who seek divine assistance in their sustenance. The Prophet Muhammad, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, is reported to have said, "Whoever recites Surah Al-Waqi'ah every night will never face poverty." This powerful narration has been passed down and practiced for centuries, with countless believers testifying to its immediate and long-term effects on their rizq. The surah itself discusses the events of the Day of Judgment, categorizing people into 3 groups. The foremost, those nearest to Allah; the people of the right, people of good deeds; and the people of the left, those who denied. Within this narrative lies a deep spiritual truth. Wealth in this world and the hereafter is linked to one's relationship with Allah and their position among these groups. Reciting Surah Al-Waqi'ah instills a sense of awe, humility, and submission. These internal shifts draw a person closer to sincerity in their actions and purity in their intentions. As a result, Allah's blessings in the form of rizq begin to manifest in different forms, sometimes as financial ease, other times as opportunities, or even protection from financial loss. This surah also reminds the reader of who truly controls wealth: not the employer, not the marketplace, but Allah alone. That realization breaks the chains of anxiety and awakens true tawakkul, trust in divine provision. When read nightly, with presence and belief, this surah becomes a gateway to abundance through spiritual alignment. 3. Surah Al-Mulk, Surah of Protection and Ease. Surah Al-Mulk is widely known for its protective qualities, particularly against the punishment of the grave, but its blessings extend far beyond. While the surah primarily reminds us of Allah's dominion over the heavens and the earth, it also serves as a source of internal stability, which directly impacts external circumstances, especially in matters of sustenance and ease. One of the unique features of Surah Al-Mulk is how it reorients the heart toward recognizing the absolute control of Allah over life, death, provision, and every unseen force. When a person truly absorbs this message, it eliminates fear, anxiety, and uncertainty about their risk. This mental and spiritual clarity removes barriers that often go unnoticed, such as doubt, jealousy, and greed, that silently block financial growth. Moreover, Surah Al-Mulk shifts focus from the material world to the spiritual foundation, upon which real success is built. Reciting it regularly helps one become more grounded, more mindful, and more attuned to divine timing. In that state, individuals become more receptive to sudden opportunities, helpful people, and inspired decisions that lead to increased risk. This surah also invites reflection upon the natural order of the world, reminding the heart that if Allah sustains the birds in the sky and keeps the stars in order, He can surely provide for His servants in mysterious and unexpected ways. By reciting Surah Al-Mulk consistently, especially at night, believers not only protect themselves spiritually, but also attract a state of divine ease in both spiritual and worldly matters. 4. Surah Al-Falaq, Surah of Protection from Evil. Surah Al-Falaq, though short in length, carries immense spiritual power. It is one of the two Mu'awwidhatayn, the protective surahs taught by the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam to seek refuge from all forms of harm. What many do not realize is that hidden spiritual and psychological harms like envy, jealousy, and evil eye often create blockages that can delay or restrict one's risk, sustenance. This surah directly confronts these unseen forces. By seeking Allah's protection from the darkness of night, from sorcery, and from the envy of the envious, the believer shields themselves from influences that may silently disrupt their financial peace, emotional well-being, or productivity. These subtle energies can prevent opportunities from reaching you or can turn blessings into burdens. Surah Al-Falaq reminds us that the source of protection is not charms or rituals, but the direct refuge we seek in Allah. When recited with deep trust and sincerity, especially during Fajr or before sleep, it acts like a spiritual firewall, clearing the path for divine blessings to flow without interference. Many people strive, work hard, and even pray, but still feel stuck. Often it's not effort that's missing, but protection. The negative energy from others, harmful intentions, or even one's own doubts can slow down risk. Surah Al-Falaq, when made part of a daily spiritual routine, becomes a divine shield that not only guards the heart, but clears invisible barriers standing between you and the provision that's already written for you. 5. Spiritual conditions for barakah. While the recitation of powerful surahs is deeply transformative, true barakah, divine blessing, is not activated by words alone. It is drawn by the state of the heart. Many people recite verses regularly, but see no change. The key difference lies in the spiritual conditions accompanying the practice. Barakah flows when the heart is sincere, the intention is pure, and the soul is connected to the giver, Ar-Razak, the provider. The first condition is ikhlas, sincerity. One must recite not to test Allah's power, but with full belief in His mercy and generosity. When recited as a heartfelt conversation rather than a ritual, the Quran begins to shift the energy of a person's life. Second is consistency. Just as rain nourishes a seed over time, the regular recitation of specific surahs waters the soul and prepares it for harvest. Overnight results are possible, but lasting risk often comes to those who remain firm in their dhikr and dua. Third, the presence of gratitude unlocks expansion. When a person thanks Allah even before the blessing arrives, it signals readiness to receive. Gratitude also increases contentment, which is itself a form of silent wealth. Finally, one must couple recitation with ethical behavior, honesty, trust in Allah, tawakkul, and avoiding haram sources of income. Barakah does not enter through means that displease Allah. In essence, surahs open the door, but faith, patience, and purity of heart walk you through it. When these elements align, rizq flows, often in ways you never imagined. When we connect to the Quran with sincerity, even our rizq transforms. These three surahs, Al-Waqi'ah, Al-Mulk, and Al-Falaq, are not just verses. They're divine keys to abundance, protection, and inner peace. But remember, true wealth lies in the blessings you can't always count, but deeply feel. If this message touched your heart, like, share, and subscribe to Pious Deen for more faith-based guidance. Comment below. Ya Allah, open the doors of halal rizq and protect me from all harm. May Allah fill your life with barakah, ease your burdens, and answer your silent prayers. Ameen.